Right now then, let's go defend from the Sin Eaters. Have to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of Eaters we just saw isn't an indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Oh, 9.5 for us seems good enough. Let's go. Yeah, it's just what we needed. Seems the battle has already begun. Make haste. Go. Go. If you're shouting, right, let's go.
Let's give it our all.
Yeah, let's give it our all.
Help is at hand.
is as we feared. Our test, as it ever was, turn the tide. The lives of the wounded are in our hands.
On your feet! Mortals will survive. My strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant me succor.
Let's give them a show. We can't speed.
Got it.
There are so many. Ah, fuck! Damn it! Leader! Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
This one is mine! We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right. Run! Run, damn you! The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned, so stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work. No, no, no! Stay back! Stay back! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Seems we've given them back, for the time being at least. Interesting. If the once they've moved to, we'll have to carry them back to crystarium, yes. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. Too many people died. We need more graveyards. We need more graveyards, Alice. Say there's too many people dead. We need more graveyards. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, We simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you'll fall over what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to them of the patience, it would be no worse help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Alright, time to go help the wounded. Hello, Anguish Guard, are you good? You can get up now. I'm gonna magically heal you. Here you go. Arrow. Yeah, thank you, but it's too late. One of them got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. Okay, so now he's gonna turn into a Sin Eater. Great. Alright, so he's gonna turn. This Sin Eater thing is kind of like a zombie virus. I don't know if you ever played zombie games, but you know how in zombie games, if you get caught by a zombie, you get the virus, and then you'll turn into a virus eventually? This is like the same thing, but with like Sin Eaters, which are like these angel little beings. It's like if you get hurt by an angel, you'll eventually become an angel, and you'll be like a Sin Eater monster thing. It's like, what? Yeah, the Sin Eaters are kind of like zombies in a way, when you think about it. You're like flying zombies with wings. Flying zombies with wings, that's basically what the Sin Eaters are. Don't touch me, I killed her, She was one of them, I know, but yeah, she turned. That's also something you see in like zombie movies and zombie games. One person turns and then the other guy has to kill whoever they cared about because they turned into a zombie. This is the same thing, but with the Sin Eaters. The Sin Eaters are like zombies, basically.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. I was just wondering, how are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the crystarium.
Oh, fucking Vautry. The Olmor, yeah, I knew it was all of the freaking Vautry and his Olmerian army.
That has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Can we just go take him down already? Can we just go take down the Elmorians at this point? Seriously? He is gazing sullenly upward, and it is not difficult to guess what occupies her mind. Alright. Waltry's shit is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, I could ask you to seek out Tancred and Philia for me. They injured themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well. Tancred in particular sustains quite an injury from that sin-eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagiac... How do you pronounce that? It's pronounced Spagirix. Please give me them my thanks. Sure thing. Speak with Tancred. Any quest here? No. No new quests? Okay. Okay, sure. Oh, I have to go back to Crystarium, huh? Here we go, Tancred. You here for me? I'm sorry to put you in trouble. I'm fine, really. Aether landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to please speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil. But just talk to her, will you? Search for Minfilia. Oh, over there, okay. Where is this? The Crystalline, right? Okay, I can teleport to the Crystalline. Wait, no, this isn't the... No, this isn't the Whispering Gallery. Okay, Gallery. Okay, Whispering Gallery. She appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps even a gentle poke could get her attention. Oh, what are you doing here? I was wondering what you were doing here. Tancred. Oh, it's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's all my fault. Can you make up for it by being different? And you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. Are you sure? I've brought him nothing but trouble thus far. What if it's worse next time? All I do is mistakes and put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right, I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find anywhere. Would you mind collecting the others? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant. in an unmistakably medicinal way. Most always only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chisholmville. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Alright, well, let's look for some herbs then. Medical herbs. Oh, they're right here. Okay. And we'll need this one. And then we'll need... where's the other one? Oh, up there. Phil told me that you would be bringing the rest. Here you go. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep with the number of wounded that are being brought in. Wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose. Do it with better medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you yet another battlefield, when you've just come off the front lines. Bring your good working order. The crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lies. But ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the XIV. You knew the XIV? I do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the XR feels about what happened out there. I don't know if Valtry said is true. If our losses are just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing this fight. I believe in the Warrior of Darkness and the Crystal Exarch. I don't think that what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. Friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up. Don't give in, please. I'll tell him. You have my word. Yeah, we're not gonna give up. We're not gonna give up to Valtry and his Sin Eaters. New skill. What is this? Temperance. Increase healing magic potency for 20% while reducing damage taken by self and all party members within. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I should place this in my rotation somewhere. By 20%, duration 20, and recast is 2 minutes. It lasts 20 seconds, so it increases my healing by 20% for 20 seconds. Okay, so that might actually be useful. Where should I put it, though? Restores own HP. Actually, I don't really use Surecast. I'm probably going to put it right now. Surecast is pretty situational, so I'm going to move that. I'm going to replace Temperance with where I put Surecast. I'm going to put Surecast... Actually, I don't even use Repose that much. Just move Repose there. Yeah, I don't even use Repose. Repose is kind of not that useful. It's pretty rare that you need to use it. So I'm gonna put Shirkas there. I'm gonna put Divine Bench in there, and then Temperance is gonna be there. What does that look like? Oh, okay, that's sick. I got wings now. That's sick. Okay, that's so sick. Okay, that's my favorite skill in the entire game. Yeah, this is my favorite skill in the entire game for sure. Oh man. Okay, now it has a 2-minute recast, right? Okay, in the last 20 seconds. Okay, that's my favorite skill. Temperance is my favorite skill. Increase healing and reduces damage to all party members. To self and all party members by 10%. Alright. That's my favorite skill in the game. I can literally be an angel. Tankred seems keen to quit the infirmary. If you're ready, why not go ahead to the Oak Killer? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch off now. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest armor I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on the message, eh? Tankred, are you becoming a Canadian? You also say A at the end of all your sentences, just like me, eh? Okay, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield preceded you. Though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising, I fear too few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility of that lies with me. One of the soldiers said that? Thank you. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Never give in. Never give up. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, not least of all. Though I've mourned the loss, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion. I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive, if you'd like to talk. Yeah, sure. Do you want to talk? And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know. No, believe you, have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power.
Yeah, the answer to Voltri, we've already said that already, right?
He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthry.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
So he uses mind control to control the Sin Eaters? Is that how that works? It's like mind controlling the Sin Eaters? How the heck does that work?
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
Here's my theory about Calusia and Ulmor. My theory is that Voltry is actually a Light Warden, and he's the leader of the Light Wardens. My theory is that Voltry is actually a Light Warden, and he's faking being a human. So that's my theory about Lord Voltry.
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Anyone just mention how we have an Assia now just casually freaking, like, chilling with us now? Sorry, but so consistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Nice. Alright, well, see you later, Crystal Exarch. Familiar Tessellation. Alright, let's go. Sorry for the wait, I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny. And I want to believe that I can play a part in saving the world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it, too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It's your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. Follow us on, shall we depart? I'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw nowhere an airship coming in to land over Armorang while I was on my way back to the crystarium. I doubt the same vessel that bore Valtry's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right now, FFXIV lies in the southern reaches of Armorang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. First is the eastern route, which should lead us past Mord Souk. The other is the western route, which requires to pass through the Hills of Amber. Unfilla and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal for Naboth Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Olmerans caught wind of our approach, it would very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients. We can be sure their activities would not meet with Valtry's approval. Make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my present proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Omoran's attention elsewhere to an area in the east that I know to be inhabited. That way, you'll have a chance of reaching FFXIV unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make you take at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. If I go for the others, I'm likely to see something Tancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave leave the work of distracting Valtry's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We borrow a few armor for our journey. I leave the rest to you, Midfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Here you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured to the Hills of Amber. But I'm perfectly intimidated by new lands. At this point, we have more than enough reasons to be cautious. Keep an eye on Midfilia for me, would you? Yes, keeping my eyes. So soon, Mistress Chen. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
A lot of mines in this area. A lot of abandoned mines. Oh, what the heck is that thing? It's like a big giant iguana. Let's talk to Midfilia then. This place seems scared by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? Whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment at a time I spend upon it for granted. Oh, new hats. Let's talk to Tancred then. Tancred is gazing with interest at your nearby village. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Seek out talkative local, alright. Alright, Zun, what do you want? You Sam, no, you're no merchant, but then why do I know your face? Oh, I remember, you spent Volbert gold. You know me? Such a coin purse cracking, you are already a legend among boat traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us something of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many, now none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the locals' roads, right? We're on our way to Nabath Arang. ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone, crushed the mines surrounding FFXIV. Only steep cliff and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. Passionist, detailed for free, even to friends of our best customer. Wonderful, thank you for the help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. Thank you, Susan. Question mark of Carrick. Oh, I have to question more people? Okay. Real, how are you doing? You wish to go to FFXIV? There was one once. Gondola down from the cliff. It was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there's something left and no one used it. You may search for it, but I doubt its rusted wires would bear your weight. Gun. For FFXIV, airship is best. Nothing is faster than airship. The Almorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. That sounds like a bad idea, because we're fighting them. So next is... the other one. We're missing one, am I? Is there one behind the houses? Sometimes they hide NPCs in weird locations. Oh, maybe there's one inside of one of the buildings. I should go inside. Yes, there he is. Oh, that's a surprise. Not many bound from FFXIV these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. He used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged. It also prevents it from being of much use. Take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. That sounds good. Start the Tancred. Thanks, I'm afraid I've learned a little of use about how to reach FFXIV. Do you have Orion present still? That's another matter. Apparently though, their army is indefinitely at Arang. There have been no sightings of Elmarians at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alice's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any luck finding us a route forward? There you go. So these are our options. What do you think? We can try the gondola, but we might die. Fair enough, that's all this thing to you. If it went poorly, we couldn't possibly have our hands in vanish into the Aether like Ystrola. Not that I would recommend it, even if we could. Okay, decide the trolley seems the most feasible. does seem to be the least risky of our options. I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I do know a bit more before we dash off in the search, though. Perhaps Zinzun can offer some insight. Zinzun is eyeing you, of course. Oh, Valley Gasser, were the other no more of help? Yeah, they were great help. With a fashion, they told us a trolley that runs to Bafarang at least. Am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when we first asked? Yes, the gate you see, it is impassable. Before there was this hulking thing of stone, the Talos had opened the gate, they say. But none operates such a thing now. I do not even know if it exists yet. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biron Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Byron then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give him that. Now we all need to follow it until we come to the mines. Okay. Bit of a mess, isn't it? The mechanism for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zinzun said. Of course, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zinzun and mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught your ranger's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Now we're trying to learn how to make rails work. Okay. I have to investigate something else around here. What's in here? Oh yes, there's a... Go away, Desert Clearly. Oh, there you aren't you? Ambius, what dost house the sound? I see indeed, Tyno's arsenal consisted of my own. But let us refrain from further discussion here our comrades arrive. Trucks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. No person is meant to. Yeah, it looks like a golem. Not that it would appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanism here, suggests a considerable number were once in operation. How do you get to Talos if you're somehow able to unbar the trolley's path? We'll still have no means of propelling it. True. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Yeah, let's go ask them how. Some engines sucking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. Off we go then. Wicked Wind, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. We'll speak with Tancred then. Good day here. Those two are in much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. We're not the brigands to come to take what isn't ours. That we need to steal with some rusted bits of iron. Don't be absurd, we're not here to rob you. A likely story, you look well. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come here is to strip the machinery of our parts. Well, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal of her servants, sworn to follow her until the world's end? On their journey, they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that's a serious conjecture. No, I suppose I'm a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to FFXIV. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again. The trolley? The trolley? You should have led up with that. We were always keen to discuss this trolley. We're both engineers in training. In fact, Jarek and Taffel, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. Before you ask, yes, it's true that there's a little in need of transport these days. But that's no reason to consign a mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track, once again, would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no arguments from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, but truth be told. He's the only one with full knowledge of Charlie's operation. Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever it is he's preventing the trolley from your start, I'd like to hear it. Alright, looks like he'll be following us back to the Toyn then. Is ready to guide you to the Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Oh, you haven't another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. You think he'll be alright? That's alright, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Taff. Alright, looks like it'll just be you and Lot then. Try not let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. That's smart. He'd have to thump me so hard. Be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about that now, though I pointed out your companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous route that I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low route presents more other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright, run. Monster? Shit, yes. Oh, monster. Taff. Oh, I'm running. It's attacking me. It's a gibbering coyote. It's on us. I'm running. Oh, coyote, I'm gonna run. Sure, but I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly entwined, though we should make it without further incident. This is it. Welcome to the Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow. Which you see before you today, but it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home. At the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there is no trolley, but nor much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so to say. It should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why they can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Oh, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. There's an emerald keep over there. Let's go get the emerald. The emerald is on their side, right? Over here. Get the emerald keep. And we have access to this region. Okay. And I think I tuned to Aether right. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, let's do some repairs. Everything's repaired, that's good. Oh. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna check out the Mines of Amarang. See you guys next time on Final Fantasy XIV.